helping you be safe, smart, and secure with your finances. Welcome back to Home and Family Finance with your host, Paul Berry.
I'm always pleased to be able to serve my military audience, not specifically, but as a part of our program, part of what we talk about. Very often has a lot to do with their lives, about their transition from military to civilian life, making that transition, and also answering questions. You know, they've got this new blended retirement program going on that we talked about last week on the show. And it's important because it now means that they have some options. They have a portable system where they can take their money with them and make transitions that work for them. There are a couple of articles that came out recently that were written by my next guest, Doug McCormick, no stranger here, successvets.com. There are a couple of articles one's in Stars and Stripes, and if you know what the Stars and Stripes are, that tells me you've never been in the military. But anyway, that's a publication, and we're very pleased to have Doug McCormick with us. I'll tell you a little bit about him here. He is a very interesting fellow. He's a graduate from West Point, was a captain in the United States Army. After leaving the military, folks, he got his MBA from Harvard Business, and today he's co-founder and managing partner at HCI Equity. I can tell you what that is, as well as a board member of Team Red, White, and Blue. I'll tell you what that is. He has a new book, which we talked about briefly. It had just come out, called Family Inc., and it's doing very well. And we're very pleased to have him back to talk about some principles that will help you maximize your family's wealth, especially if you're in the military, but not just that. This is for everybody. How are you?
I'm great, Paul. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
You're a busy man.
No complaints, no complaints. It's an important topic, and so happy to be here to talk about it.
Yeah, and let's talk about you for a minute. You got 2 children. Right?
I do.
A couple of animals?
Yeah, 2 dogs. They keep me busy. Both. I chase the kids and the dogs around. So,
Where do you live?
I live in McLean, Virginia. Okay. So I work downtown D.C. and live out in the burbs.
In your own business?
Yeah, so I'm a co-founder at HCI Equity Partners, and we essentially manage money for very large institutions. So foundations, insurance companies, that kind of thing. Okay,
so they give you a portion of their dollars to invest and reinvest or whatever you do, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What do you like? Well, before I get there, Red, White, and what is that? Red?
So Team Red, White, and Blue is an organization that promotes community in the veteran community through physical fitness. Mm-hmm. And there are numerous chapters throughout the country. It's just a fantastic organization. It's, I think, one of the up-and-coming veteran service organizations in America today.
Doug, most people, and I mean most people, get out of the military and they go about their business. Mm-hmm. Leave it alone, and then they go on about making money, and they've served their country. We thank you for your service and others. But that's not you. What is it? What's clogging up there in terms of doing something always with the military in mind?
You know, it's interesting. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Team Red, White, and Blue, and I think it explains some of my behaviors. I think many service members, they get out of the service and they find something missing, and it's that sense of community and the opportunity to give back. And so I've gotten involved with Team RWB because of that, but I've also, in my mission to kind of promote financial literacy and economic empowerment in the veteran community, it's really been about seeing a need and feeling tremendous gratification because I've been able to give back. And so it's been a wonderful journey for me personally.
Is that why you wrote to Family Inc.? Why did you?
Yeah, absolutely. Not just for the military community. I personally believe that financial literacy is the biggest problem in America that no one's paying attention to. So we've got lots of problems, but the one that no one's talking about in my mind is financial literacy. I think the financial game of life has changed. The way people work, the way they retire, the investment options, the social safety nets like Social Security and pensions, they're all very different. And I think there needs to be a more informed conversation, both at the dinner table at home, in our schools, and then good content out there in the form of things like my book, FamilyInc.com.
And tell me about your book, FamilyInc.com.
So the book title is Family Inc., Using Business Principles to Maximize Your Wealth. And essentially what the book says is, if we looked out at the examples of the kind of tools and thinking that businesses use, and we applied that to our own decision-making in our personal finance, we'd come to some very different conclusions, and we would also likely be better off financially. And so I use many of the principles that businesses are using today to be successful and apply that to an individual's family circumstances. And I think the real thing that is helpful about the book or unique is it's very holistic, so it doesn't just cover investing, it covers career management, it covers insurance, it covers retirement, and it provides people a framework. So it's not about me telling you what is right. It's about the reader understanding the framework and applying it to their own circumstances. So the results are custom to your circumstances.
Your wife happy?
I'm sorry?
Is your wife happy?
For the most part.
Let me tell you why I asked the question. And I'm not it's being a little slick there, but my point is that you are an organized individual.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, really organized things that take place. I'm not quite so organized, but I am, okay? But the person that isn't or rebels against my organizing skills is my wife. She says, okay, I married you. I didn't marry an automaton or a computer. So how do you
Well, that's a great
see
question.
where I'm going here?
Yeah, I sure do. So my wife's a pretty organized person as well.
Okay.
So that we're probably pretty compatible there.
You lucky guy. You built somebody that you're compatible with.
But I will share with you that I've got 2 kids, and I talk about these issues frequently at home. And my kids would tell you they're sick of me talking about them, but I think they've benefited from the conversation. So I'm going to keep talking about them, and they hear it whether they acknowledge it or not.
Okay. All right. So you found. And seriously, you found a solution to the family and to what you need to do and how you need to do it. Yeah. And you're not afraid to employ it, to put it in. And at this point, it's working for you.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we also have to acknowledge for all of us, this is a journey, not a point in time. And so today it's working. I'm sure I'll have curveballs thrown at me in life. And the important thing is that you understand how to react to those.
That's Doug McCormick, folks. Somebody you should listen to. That's why he's here. This is Radio America. I'm Paul Barry. We'll be right back.